Larry, who's starting the music? You make a speech as the kids come in, though.
We're ready to jump in. So you see Danny. If you do, tell me whatever you do.
You didn't shave his stone on it.
I just told you. If you see Danny, tell me.
Good evening, and welcome to the 86th commencement ceremony of San Genevieve High School for the class of 2001. This commencement ceremony is an important occasion, not only for you, but for our graduates, our families, and our friends. It represents a culmination of 13 years of work. Although normally it is a happy time, it should be a ceremony and not a celebration. As most of you are aware, this class has had major tragedies. With the loss of Gene Pruitt this past fall and Tyler Wolf this morning. These tragedies have impacted all of us. Tyler has no arrangements at this point. He and his family are donating his organs to help others. As soon as arrangements become available, we will get the word out to all those to hear. In memory of these students, would you please join me in a moment of silence? Thank you. I remember their smiles in the hallway. I remember them being full of life. And that's the way I will remember them. Experience life every day till its fullest. Our thoughts and our prayers will be with their families tonight. At this point, we need to continue on with our ceremony. Our bleachers are noisy. Please limit movement up and down the bleachers for the graduates, and I thank you in advance for doing so. I now call on our senior class president, Amanda Walker, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Thank you, Amanda. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to call upon our salutatorian, Lynette Rachel Fobb.
Okay, we'll make this work.
I would like to welcome all the parents, teachers, and administrators and other guests to this evening's ceremony. As I look, As I look around the gymnasium, I see so many people. Some of you have been the ones to correct us when we made a mistake, or the person who gave us the courage to keep going. But no matter who you are, you all have one thing in common.
Each of you took part in getting us to this turning point in our lives, so it is great to be able to share this evening with you. As I stand before you, my fellow classmates, I would like to take the time to congratulate all of you on the accomplishments that have brought you to tonight's ceremony. I know that each of us has been inspired by people in our lives that have guided us on our path, such as our parents, our teachers, coaches, counselors, and peers. Words cannot express the gratitude those people deserve. I would like to mention one person in my life that has been the cornerstone of all that I have accomplished throughout the last 4 years. My mom. She has taught me to be the person I am. And if you put your mind to something and work hard, you can achieve anything. While trying to write this speech, I had so many different ideas to describe our class. But then I realized that every single one of us has experienced happiness, excitement, sadness, anxiety, and even tragedy, especially this year with the loss of 2 of our classmates, Jean Pruitt, and more recently, as of this morning, Tyler Wolf. It was important, I felt it was important for each one of us to take a minute and to think about them, since they couldn't be here with us tonight. So as I try to put into words what the last 4 years have meant to us, the one thing that comes to mind is the show the whole nation has been raving about, Survivor. I truly feel that surviving and making it through high school is something to be proud of in today's society. Over the past few years, so many of us have had to worry about flunking tests and failing grades, hard practices and big games, long rehearsals and stressful competitions. We are survivors. And I am sure that each one of us would have at least considered eating bugs instead of writing that term paper or taking that pop quiz that we weren't ready for. The initial moment was awful, but if you swallowed hard and got it over with, it wasn't so bad. We are survivors. Although none of us are walking away with $1 million tonight, wouldn't that be an incentive? We are each walking away with our diplomas. Even though the diploma may have your name on it, John Donne made a very good point when he said, "No man is an island." If our parents, teachers, and all of those special people had not been there pushing us to try a little harder, I seriously doubt that even one of us would be sitting here tonight. Therefore, in all actuality, each and every certificate, and especially our diplomas, should have the names of every single person who has influenced us on it. For this is not only our accomplishment, it is also theirs. Just remember, whether it's a year from now or 50 years from now, you should never hesitate to ask someone for a little help, because no one can succeed on their own. After tonight, each one of us is embarking on a new adventure. As we close one chapter in our lives, we face a whole new set of challenges and pressures ahead. Truly, our lives are just beginning. Over the past year, we have had to make several decisions, and in the years to come, we will be faced with many more. We have learned from those who are closest to us, and now we must use our knowledge and try to make something of ourselves. Sure, we will experience good and bad times, but do not be discouraged, because you, and only you, can make your life worthwhile. If you are not happy one day, turn the page to a new day and make it better. Each one of us is unique in our own special ways, but there is one common thread that connects us to each other. We are all graduates of St. Genevieve High School. As the class of 2001, we are the first class of the new millennium. Here in a few minutes, each one of us will be holding in our hands the key to success. It is not only a fancy piece of paper and a folder, but our ticket to the future. And it is up to each one of us to use it to our advantage. So I encourage every single one of you to follow your dreams and to make the most of each opportunity you are given. And never stop when you are dissatisfied, but strive until you are truly happy.
I now call on Ms. Jennifer Seitz and Mr. Dave Caputo to present the Instrumental Music Awards.
The John Philip Sousa Award represents the highest possible attainment that a student can get in 4 years of high school instrumental band. We're very proud to present this year's John Philip Sousa Award to Mr. Ben Marsh. Stay there, Ben. The Louis Armstrong Jazz Award also goes to Mr. Ben Marsh.
I now call on Mr. John Buffington for the presentation of Vocal Music Awards.
The National Choral Prize is an award and an honor given to a graduating senior across the United States at participating high schools at commencement exercises. It is the pinnacle achievement that a high school student can receive. It is also the highest honor that a high school student can receive in vocal music. This year's recipient has participated in the concert choir for 4 years and has participated in the show choir for 3 of the 4 years of high school. She has also participated in the district solo and ensemble music contest and has been seen and heard many times at our concerts singing solos. I'm very happy and honored to award the National Choral Prize this year to Miss Tizun Lawrence.
I now call on Mr. Robert Stolzer, the Athletic Director, for the presentation of the Athletic Awards.
St. Genevieve High School annually gives out one to a male, the Mal Kimmel Memorial Award, and one to a female athlete, the Ormella Peterson Award. These awards are determined by poll of the coaches. This year's Ormella Peterson Award for the outstanding senior female athlete goes to Corey Meyer. The Mal Kimmel Memorial Award for the outstanding senior male athlete goes to Todd Tomyer.
At this time, it gives me great pleasure to call on our valedictorian, Ms. Corey Meyer.
Good evening and welcome. I just want to echo Lynette's thanks to all the parents, grandparents, teachers, and friends. We never would have made it this far without you. Although tonight's ceremony is primarily to honor the graduates, special recognition is due to you too. Our lives have been influenced, have been molded by you, and our successes thus far are in part yours. It is your constant reassurance and support that helps us to get through the toughest of times. Thank you. To all of you graduating tonight, I can't stand up here and give you advice or tell you what to expect from life. I haven't been here long enough to know anything about life, except that you can't expect anything. I can act as confident as anybody about moving on to new things, but deep down, I'm just as nervous as the rest of you. So far, I know that life's been great. Over the years, we've made so many friends and so many memories. We've laughed together, cried together, fought with one another, grown closer and grown apart. We've learned about everyone else, but mostly we've learned about ourselves. Our experiences have shaped our personalities, and we'll carry these memories with us for the rest of our lives. I hope that all of you can look back at high school and smile. But does that same smile fade as you look to the future? If you're anything like me, you must admit that it falters a bit. What lies before us now is something entirely different than anything we've ever encountered before. I don't know what's in store for you or what's in store for me. Life is going to throw some difficult situations at you. For most, it already has. Maybe you've heard this before, but no one ever said life is going to be easy. Things happen that no one can explain. Yet, you know, that's what makes us great, our ability to stand together and to stand strong. I've seen what you can do. You have so many talents. When life hands you something unexpected, good or bad, work with it, work through it. I heard this saying once, and it lifts me up when I get down. Everything turns out okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. So don't ever give up. Before I close, I want to share with you a quick story of Abraham Lincoln that I received from a special friend. In 1816, Lincoln's family was forced out of their homes. In 1818, his mother died. In 1831, he failed in business. In 1832, he ran for the state legislature and lost. And then he lost his job. He wanted to go to law school, but he couldn't get in. In 1833, he borrowed some money from a friend to begin a business, and by the end of the year, he was bankrupt. He spent the next 17 years of his life paying off this debt. In 1834, he ran for the state legislature again. This time, he won. In 1835, he was engaged to be married. His sweetheart died and his heart was broken. In 1836, he had a nervous breakdown and was in bed for 6 months. In 1838, he sought to become Speaker of the state legislature. He was defeated. In 1840, he sought to become elector. Defeated. In 1843, he ran for Congress and lost. In 1846, he ran for Congress again. This time, he won. He went to Washington and did a good job. In 1848, he ran for re-election to Congress and he lost. He sought the job of land officer in his home state and he was rejected. He ran for Senate of the United States and lost. He sought the vice presidential nomination at his party's national convention and got less than 100 votes. He ran for the U.S. Senate again, and again he lost. But in 1859, he was elected president of the United States. And we all know the rest of the story. He went on to lead the country through the biggest crisis it had yet encountered, and he will forever be remembered as one of the greatest presidents in United States history. The key to his success was his willpower and his refusal to give in. So set your goals high and go after them. Really, all I'm up here to say is thank you, congratulations, and good luck.
Will the National Honor Society please stand? The National Honor Society, the graduates wearing light blue satin pendants are members of the Dragon Chapter of the National Honor Society. This organization is the most prestigious of the co-curricular groups at the high school level. Members are selected by a faculty committee and are students who reflect outstanding accomplishments in the areas of scholarship, character, leadership, and service. All four areas are equally considered, and students selected for membership must continually strive to use their talents and skills for the improvement of the society. Give them a round of applause, please. You may be seated. Several of our students in the front row tonight are wearing gold honor cards. The honor card exemplifies scholastic achievements during the past 4 years. The unique feature about honor card is that all students, regardless of their program of study, have an equal opportunity to achieve this goal. We have two groups of students wearing these honor cards tonight: the honor students and the high honor students. Honor students that have been on the high honor roll and the regular honor roll a total of at least 12 quarters during the past 4 years. Please hold your applause until all students are introduced. Students, please stand when I call your name and remain standing. Amanda Walker, Monica Barr, Kona Vasili, Daniel Grime, Tabitha Grob, Jacqueline Clark, Shanda Fox, Sarah Harder, Dustin Kurtz, Nicole Nanny, Valerie Wagner, Angela Herman, Bobby Whittu, Michael Heineke, James Mills, Donald Berinsky, Benjamin Gegg, Dwayne LaRose, Julie Monroe, Erwin Barnard, Stephen Ballerston, Dustin Smelsley, Rebecca Dillard, Sherry Ritter, Leah Broyles, Kelly Grimminger, Michelle Helena, Lindsay Fleed, Jennifer Goggin, Sherry Combe, Benjamin Marsh, Melissa Oberly, Amy Fanistock, Heather Longley, Daniel Woke, Courtney Langley, Uriah Pushy, Chad Karen, Keith Weeberry, Jason Short, Dane Karnak, and Jared Bosler. Please give them a round of applause. You may be seated. High honors are those students that have been on the high honor roll at least 13 quarters and the regular honor roll for at least 3 quarters during the past 4 years. Please hold your applause until all students are introduced. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing. Corey Meyer, excuse me, Corey. Stephanie Huber, Nicholas Joggers, Lynette Pfaff, Jason Piku, Nathan Palmer, Corey Gegg, Sheila Hurst, Kyle Joggers, Nicholas Vogt, Danielle Andrews, and Brian McCard. These are our high honor students. Please give them a round of applause. You may be seated. Four special awards are presented at graduation to 2 girls and 2 boys in the senior class. These students are voted on by the entire high school staff, and they represent outstanding characteristics such as character, leadership, citizenship, and scholarship. The 2 recipients of the 2001 I Dare You Awards are the girl, Ms. Corey Meyer. Please come forward. And the boy, Nicholas Vogel. Two recipients of the 2001 Outstanding Student Award for the class of 2001, Outstanding Senior Girl, Stephanie Huber. Outstanding Senior Boy, Dustin Smelsley. Also, each year we would like to take a moment and recognize those students who have achieved local scholarships. We sincerely appreciate the support of the community and the support of the local businesses that fund the scholarships that the students receive. They are certainly appreciative to receive these awards, and I know they will help them achieve their goals. I would like to recognize these students and also the businesses that sponsor the scholarship. Students, please stand and remain standing as I call your name. Danielle Andrews, San Genevieve Lions Club, Classic Cruisers Car Club. Monica Barr, San Genevieve High School FCCLA. Count Basili, San Genevieve Art Guild. Jared Bosworth, San Genevieve County Horseshoe League. Brian Bacard, Veterans of Foreign Wars, Post 2210. Aaron Boner, German Club. Leah Broyles, San Genevieve JCs. Chad Karen, Shelter Insurance Foundation. Jacqueline Clark, Perry San Gen County Medical Society. Rebecca Dillard, MFA Foundation. Bartles Farms Incorporated. Stephanie Dubé, United Steelworkers of America, Local 169. Lindsay Fleeg, Layton Insurance Agency. Shanda Fox, National Junior Honor Society. Corey Gegg, San Genevieve Chamber of Commerce. Kelly Grimminger, San Genevieve National Education Association. Carrie Greither, Swagger Brothers. Tabitha Grob, Bloomsdale Welding. Brad Hahn, Miscellaneous Incorporated. Angela Hempel, Bloomsdale Elementary PTA. Tyra Herman, Hill and Dale Garden Club. Stephanie Dubé, San Genevieve County Memorial Hospital medical staff. Stephanie Huber, Raymond W. Thomas Memorial. Sheila Hurst, Bank of San Genevieve. Nicholas Joggers, David Miller National Honor Society. Teresa Johnson, San Gen Elks Lives, 2674, Associate Degree. Dustin Kurtz, San Genevieve High School FBLA, National Junior Honor Society. Sherry Combe, Bank of Bloomsdale. Courtney Langley, Prince Club. Dwayne LaRose, San Genevieve Rotary Club. Sean Long, R2 Faculty. Heather Longley, First Star Bank. Benjamin Marsh, San Genevieve High School Band and Boosters. Corey Meyer, Small Business Combined. Linda Coleman, Henson Volleyball. Julie Monroe, DJ's Mini Mart, Dial Heil Oil Company. Nicole Nanny, Plaza Tire Service. Melissa Overly, Citizens Electric. Nathan Palmer, K2 Consultants Engineering. Bader Landscaping. Bader Land Survey. Lynette Foff, American Legion Post 150, San Gen Elks Lodge 2674. Uriah Pushy, Weingarten JCs. Sherry Ritter, German Club. Dustin Smelsley, Robert Wolf Farmers Insurance. Emily Schumacher, Karen McCursey, Bloomsdale Elementary PTA. Jason Sharp, Helen Smith, Women's Club of St. Genevieve. Todd Comier, St. Genevieve Yanks, Dave Stegall. Julie Bate, Hillendale Garden Club. Nicholas Boat, Sylvanus Products Incorporated. Amanda Walker, San Genevieve County Pork Producers. Keith Weeberry, Bill Carl Memorial, and Amelia Peterson Award. Please give them a round of applause. You may be seated. Pam and Jeff Wolk have asked that I announce tonight that they intend to make available a scholarship in Tyler's memory and hopefully available before the summer is over for this graduating class. We have arrived at the portion of the program that we've all been looking forward to. And that is the presentation of the class of 2001 to receive their diplomas. So at this time, I call on Mr. Michael Stewart, Superintendent of St. Genevieve R-II Schools. Mr. Stewart.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my privilege to introduce the platform guests this evening. First, the Board of Education members of the St. Genevieve R-II School District. These people serve this community and school district without compensation. They spend countless hours formulating policies and making decisions in the interest of our young people. They have played a major role in the many advances our school district has made over the past several years. I would like to ask them to stand, and as I introduce them, and remain standing until all have been introduced. Please hold your applause until I've introduced all members of the board. Our President of the Board, Mrs. Martha Riesinger. Our Vice President, Dr. James L. Brandt. Our Secretary, Mr. Jim Kirshner. Member, Mr. Bill Howard. Mr. Terry McDaniel. Mr. Robert Terry, and Mr. Bob Webb. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Thank you all. I also want to introduce our administration to you. First of all, our Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Dan Clark. High School Principal, Mr. Larry Thompson. And Assistant High School Principal, Mr. Charlie Carruthers. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Graduates, we are about to reach the moment that you've been striving for since you began kindergarten 13 years ago. On behalf of the staff, administration, of St. Genevieve School District, allow me to extend to you my most sincere congratulations. You have truly earned the diploma you will receive this evening. Tonight is your night. But don't ever forget those others that have helped you get here. Your salutatorian and valedictorian spoke to that earlier. Your teachers, librarians, counselors, coaches, principals, deserve a share of this glory. Don't forget our other staff people, our cafeteria staff, teacher assistants, secretaries, custodians, maintenance staff, our community volunteers that come into our schools, our school nurses, and our bus drivers for their part in making your school district a pleasant place in which to learn. Most of all, however, the happiness and pride of this moment is something to be shared with your parents. They have given you nearly everything that you possess, including life itself. I'd like to ask the parents of the graduates to please stand. If you would, please, parents. I'd like to ask the grandparents to now stand. All the grandparents. Education is a family process. Graduates, let's give them a round of applause, please. Thank you all. Now, graduates, it's your turn. Please stand. All of you, please stand. Mrs. Reitzinger and members of the Board of Education, it's my pleasure to declare to you that the young people assembled before you have fulfilled all of the requirements as set down by the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, and also additional requirements as set forth by the St. Genevieve Board of Education, and are now eligible to receive their high school diplomas, along with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I present to you the St. Genevieve High School senior class of 2001.